The Honda NC, or new concept range, has been developed to make commuting easy yet fun, and the NC750X is the bike that's leading this two-wheel revolution from the front, already proving to be a huge favourite amongst the commuting classes. The NC750X has been designed for economy and comfort more so than outright performance. So although the bodywork and fixed screen echoes Honda's other adventure-based models that brand the X designation, there are some little subtle additions here that make this a much cleverer package. The first one is this lockable storage cubby, concealed where you'd normally find the petrol tank. It's big enough to accommodate a full-face helmet, and thanks to these little plastic ridges on the outside, it makes it really easy to install a tank bag as well. The actual tank has been moved to the back of the bike for the best possible weight distribution. You do need to raise this large pillion seat to get access to the fuel filler, but when this bike does more than 80 miles per gallon on the combined run, you won't be stopping at the filling station anytime soon. The reason is this low revving, liquid cooled 745cc parallel twin that's actually half a car engine. It's derived from the Honda Jazz, develops 54 brake horsepower at 6,250 RPM, and it's been set really low in this frame to give quite a tall bike with good ground clearance a very low centre of gravity, and that's great for both stability and agility. As well as it being offered with a 6-speed manual gearbox, it's also the first bike of its kind to be offered with a dual clutch transmission, or DCT, and that means there are two clutches that at any one time are prepared to engage two different gears, and that makes your shifts more seamless and much quicker. Having a DCT gearbox does change your startup sequence a little bit. Because you can't effectively park what is an automatic motorcycle in first, you've got to use a handlebar operated parking brake, which is a pretty simple push or pull affair to engage or release. And rather than going for a handful of clutch and kicking down for first, you've now got two buttons on this right handlebar. D for drive, which basically turns it into a big twist and go, or S for sport, which allows you to manually change those gears, albeit with thumb operated plus and minus shifters. The NC750X is a non-threatening and really easy bike to ride. You've got this lovely raised upright riding position from the adventure bike styling, but this is still a road bike with great suspension and handling, and you know exactly what that front wheel's doing. The engine's a bit of a plodder. It's not particularly rev happy, it's not particularly characterful, but then again it's not ponderous either. It's just one of those units that you feel appreciates being taken on a little bit of an easier ride. The onus here is definitely on sure-footedness and safety as opposed to any apex clipping precision. That said, the DCT gearbox is really clever. I'm currently sat in second gear now, and I know that there's a second clutch that has prepared third gear. Third is spinning and ready to go at the touch of a button, and all I have to do is hit the shifter and bam, it is instantaneous. There's no lurching in the suspension, which will please passengers. There's no gaps in the power delivery, and the clutch that was on second gear has now moved to prepare fourth gear. Of course, when you can't be bothered flicking the buttons yourself, you can just stick it in drive mode. And again, the Honda's very good at just guessing what gear you want when you want it. Although there is a slight tendency to upshift a bit more eagerly than you'd probably do yourself, just to take advantage of that fuel economy. I guess if you ride it for long enough, you'll probably wonder how on earth you live for so long without it. The Honda NC750X is practical, comfortable and ridiculously fuel efficient. It's very easy to admire in a rational, functional kind of way, but not an emotional one. That said, if you're after a motorcycle to get to work on that's as competent doing short stints as it is doing longer distances, then the answer's simple. You buy an NC. If you enjoyed watching this video, please click the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you can leave us your comments and let us know what you think.